Hi guys, this is Sadek from Broadband.com. In this video, we'll show you how to flash latest CalyxOS ROM Android 16 base and then lock the phone's bootloader. So please take a backup of all the phone's data and then let's get started. You can use either the ADB approach or the Fastboot approach. So for now, let's use the ADB approach only. So for that, get the SDK from my article, extract them onto your PC. Upon doing so, you will get a few files. There are a few additional files as well. Please skip that. Let me in fact remove those files, and the files of platform tools are as follows. Once you've done the extraction, now enable OEM Unlocking and USB debugging. OEM Unlocking is required to unlock the phone's bootloader and USB is required for ADB command. So let's enable that. Go to about phone and type on build number 7 times. Then go to system, dev options, and from there enable OEM Unlocking as well as USB debugging. Let's first verify the debugging connection. So type in CMD in the address bar of platform tools, hit the enter key, then type in the command of ADB devices and verify you are having an ID. If that's all fine, then now unlock the phone's bootloader. For that, you may use the Fastboot flashing unlock command. The steps are given in my article. Please have a look at that and get the job done. Moving on, now you may either boot the phone to Fastboot mode or take the ADB approach. So let's boot the phone to Fastboot mode only. It's much easier. So type in the command of ADB reboot bootloader, hit enter, and now the phone should be inside the Fastboot mode in just a moment. As and when that happens, let's first verify the Fastboot connection as well. So type in the command of Fastboot devices, verify you are having an ID. If you're not having any ID, in that case, install the Fastboot drivers. The link for the same is given here. Once that is done, verify the Fastboot as well. So do a right click on the Windows icon, choose device manager, expand the Android phone section and verify your phone is shown there or not. It's shown here, great. Now we will flash the ROM. For the CalyxOS, the web-based flasher will be used. The link is given in the download section. This is the one. Let's open this web-based installer in a new tab. And from here, let's flash a ROM file onto our phone. Click on start. Connect your device. It's already there. Click on connect. Choose your phone. Connect. And this is my phone's code name, as you could see. Next, the phone is already unlocked. It's fine. Click on next. CalyxOS version. So let's get that version from here. This will take a couple of minutes based on your network speed. So let's just wait for that to complete. So guys, we have now got the ROM. Hit the next button now. This will install CalyxOS on a Pixel 6a. Please verify your phone name. If that's fine, this will also wipe off all the phone data. So if all that's great, let's just hit the install button. The flashing will now start. And you could keep a track of all the steps from here. You could see rebooting into Fastboot mode once again. Then it will flash all the files. And once the flashing is done, you may also relock the phone's bootloader. I'll show you that as well. But first, let's just wait for the flashing to go on. You will see it's flashing across both the slots A and the slot B. Earlier it was in slot B over here. And now it's in the slot A. So in both the slots, we will now have the ROM flashing radio and all the partitions being flashed. So let's just wait for that to complete. So guys, as you could see, the flashing is now done. So let's hit the next button. And now it will lock the phone's bootloader. So please confirm it if you want, or else skip this. It's optional, but in my case, I will lock the phone's bootloader. So use the volume key to highlight the option of lock the bootloader and press the power key to confirm. With this, CalyxOS will lock the phone's bootloader and then the phone will boot to the OS. Let's just verify it. As you could see, it's locked, but it is unlockable. You can easily unlock it via the Fastboot command, Fastboot flashing unlock. So it's now done. And let's now hit the finish. Okay. Yes, it's done, as you could see over here. Just let me take a screenshot from my article. Just give me a second. This will help me a lot. So let's just take a screenshot of locking the phone's bootloader. It's now done. You may hit the finish button. So guys, the flashing is now done and the phone should now be inside the OS. If that does not happen, you may manually do so via the power key or the Fastboot reboot command. You will see that you will no longer get a warning of phone unlock because it's currently logged. And we are now inside the custom ROM, as you could see, a custom OS. This is a great feature. And now the phone will be inside the OS. But please never turn off the OEM unlocking. Always keep it enabled. because if something goes wrong, you may easily unlock the phone's bootloader from the Fastboot mode, then flash the stock firmware or use the Android flash tool. So I'm again repeating, please never relock the OEM unlocking toggle, always keep it unlocked. Anywhere if you get stuck in a fastboot or a fastboot mode in a boot loop state or a soft break state, you may easily unlock the phone's bootloader via the fastboot command and then flash the stock firmware to get back your device to life. So please keep this point in mind. So with that in mind, let's start up the phone, choose the English language, skip this for now, use it offline, use a SIM card or eSIM, choice is all yours. Let's hit the next button. Pin, let's skip this for now. All these will take ages. Okay, it has micro G already installed. In case of the Graphene OS, the micro G is not there. You have to manually install the G apps on the micro G. But in this ROM, we have the micro G installed already. So you will get the Google services and I guess Play Store might be there as well. So let's hit the, please select an online source or choose none. Okay, your choice is all yours. Unlike Play service, micro G does not have any ad or location tracking. Okay, so please choose an online source. Let's use this only, the recommended one. Additional apps, Aurora App Store is required. Weather app is not required for me. For some reason, I am only dependent on the Google Maps. I don't use any other third-party apps, third-party Maps app. I am not quite sure how this will work. Let's try it out, but chances are I will go back to the Google Maps since we have the G apps. So I can easily install the Google Map. I guess that's one of the very few apps that I use from Google. This is the, well, synchronization and client not required. Gcam photos preview. Get photos preview from your Google camera. Well, there are various others gallery app as well. Let's just see what is this. Open observatory of network interface. I'm not quite sure. Onion share. Anonymously share files using the Tor network. Okay. We have a VPN. Then scrambled EXIF. Remove the data from your pictures before sharing them. Not required. Signal. If you want, you may use this. Thunderbird. Open source. Email app. But we will require any email app. So let's use this only. Tor browser, let's use that. VPN, currently I don't want the VPN. Let's uncheck both of them, or let's install it at a later time because now it will take a lot of time. Let's just check out what all the ROM has to offer. This is the dark mode and the light mode. Let's choose the dark only, hit the next button. Gesture navigation is fine. Skip this for now. If you want, you may restore all the app data from your Google account, but again that will take ages. So I'm skipping that for now. The wallpaper is unique. And these are the apps. I have not installed any third-party app as of yet. You have seen me checking all the required apps, but those are not installed yet. You may reinstall those apps as and when required. We have a firewall as well. System apps, installed apps. The firewall is enabled for all the apps by default. If you want, you may turn that off. Also, you may turn off the background access for the network, allow Wi-Fi data, mobile data, VPN. All of them can be turned on or off for each of the app, both the third-party and the system app. That is great to see. Apart from that, sort by last use, settings menu. Okay, so we have the firewall app, the F-Twide app repository is there, recorder, work profile can be made from here, backup and restore is there as well, QoS tiles, which can be resized as well. If you want, then hit the back key to save it. Settings menu from here, display, AOD is a must for me, dark theme is there. Device location needed to sunset and sunrise times. Okay, I will not make that. Let's enable dark theme at all times. If you want to make it schedule, in that case, this is required. But let's keep it enabled at all time. Pure black can be enabled as well. Then let's go back. Night light colors adaptive is fine. Full screen apps, time to sleep. Double tap on the status bar is working. Double tap to wake is also working great. Wallpaper and style section. Any wallpapers are there or not? A couple of them, all are near about same only. You may change the clock style, but only one clock. Change its color from here, make it more darker or lighter, and change its size as well if required, large or small. Let's skip this for now. In the home screen, you may change the colors. The themes can be changed as well. As you could see over here, choose any other colors of your liking. Switch to the light theme or back to the dark theme. But in black mode, usually pure black, this theme might not show. Let me just verify it once. You could see it's not shown. So please, you have to first turn off the pure black mode and only then this will be shown. Anyways, next is the icon pack. Let me use this one. Hit the, you can also enable themed icons, but let's keep it turned off. Icon layout 5x5 is fine. You could do till 6x6, but this is the one which I always use. Then system, in the system sections, buttons, answering call, end call, long press for torch, status bar tweaks, quick pull down from the right hand side, let's say. Working great. System icon can be shown or hidden from this section. Then in the gestures, navigation mode, 3-party gestures, circle to search is not there by default. Then 100 mode, double press to power on phone, and that's just about it. You may solve the updates from here, check for updates, or from its online tool. The choice is all yours. Then you have the automatic reboot as well. If required, you may change the channel. Stable is the best one, so please use that only if you want to test new features. In that case, you may choose the beta, but that might be somewhat less stable. The choice is all yours. And I guess that's just about it. You may change or tweak the privacy settings from here. Privacy and security can be changed from here. And anything in the home settings, add icons to the home screen, use theme icons in the app drawer. That is it. So guys, that's just about it. As you can see currently, my phone is logged, a locked bootloader, but still I can use it. Okay, finally, please re-enable OEM Unlocking. It's a must. About phone, tap on build number 7 times. Go back, go to system, dev options, and from here, please enable OEM Unlocking. It might give you a warning. Anyways, enable that and keep it enabled at all times. If something goes wrong, we can boot to Fastboot Mode and flash the stock firmware and get back our device. Anyways, guys, that's just about it. If you have any query, let me know in the comment section. And thank you for watching the video.